Good morning, world, from Camigan Island, southern Philippines. In this video, I will answer that aching question you all have. What do we do with all the recyclables that we get from the Kabooms and coming down to the recycle cage? All of these bottles could be put to good use. Right now, there's nobody to buy it on the island because it's down to 1 peso. It's not really feasible. But we do have plastic shredders and melters, and these could be made into useful items. And I will show you what could be, what if, as I always used to tell my dad. I drove him crazy. What if, Dad? And what is actually going on instead. So stay tuned. You will get an eye-opener by the end of this video. And here we are, one of the few true MRFs, material recovery facilities, in Mombahao, just down from the highway here next to the church. And at one time, a little over a decade ago, this was in full steam ahead. We had a little office in here where the people could bring their cellophane sacks and plastics. They'd had a washing area to get it all washed up, and then they'd bring it over here where they had equipment to shred it. They actually got a plastic melting oven in there. They got molds to pour it into whatever they wanted, either tiles or little timber type structures for construction. You can see the weighing device there, so the only reason to weigh it would be to pay the people. So they did have an option back then. That was 10 years ago. About 8 years, I heard the director for this died, and the new one that took over the landfill and waste management just pretty much let this rot. Literally, the roof's caving in. I want to get a hold of this. I've asked a couple times now, a place to put my recyclables, and this is a government facility that's supposed to be taking care of recyclables, and was at one time. So, but I'm waiting patiently and hope someone will go ahead, Richard. The MRF is yours. We'll give you all the equipment and support that you want, and you can start making something out of that plastic besides throwing it into the landfill. What do you think? Is that ever going to happen? January 19th, surprise, surprise. We got plastic dryer, washer, conveyor, shredder, conveyor. This is a very elaborate setup. This is the product from the shredder. Here's the shredder. There's the rinser before the shredder. They got presses in here. This is an extractor here. Heats it up, and they can come out there, and they've been using it. It's got some coming out of there. Here's another shredder over here. And here's the finished product. So yeah, I was told this is DENR though. This is some serious money. Elsie said 92 million pesos. I don't know why they put it in such a small little facility, but it's all they had. This is where they rinse the bags and get them cleaned up. They got a filtration system here, pumps and motors and all over. Very complex setup. That's the presses. They got some molds. They're going to be making floor tiles or something, it looks like. There's one there. This is all new equipment. Just that motor alone is pricey. Hydraulic pumps, these presses. Yeah, I can imagine it's 92 million. This is wonderful. I have to get some still shots here. And the best part is they do got a waste treatment out there for it too. I'll get pictures of that. It's been abandoned, but at least it's been covered up. It's not like the fit center over there where disappointed they moved the plastic recycling oven back where I wasn't going to be used, but they got all new equipment here. They might be moving the other big bioreactor here. I can hope that happens. You know what they might do, Elsie? They might move that big bioreactor from Anito. Because I've been going up to Anito all along. There's no more 16 employees. There's only a skeleton crew of 1 or 2, and everything's slowly disappearing. I think they're going to move the bioreactor here along with the shredders. And this is where it should be in the first place, right next to the landfill. They're finally starting to put it together here. Here we got settling tank 1, 2, 3, 4. And then they got a sand filter here. And I don't know what they do with it, but it's not really sand, it's gravel. And then the waste comes out at the end here. Very nice. These are my plastic sacks. Afternoon at the landfills, both in Anito and here. I just talked to Alvin. Every time I come out here, I don't like what I see. He's telling me the liner on the bottom, they use the caterpillar and the backhoe to push it around, so the liner's all tore up. What's the point of even having a liner, huh? Like I said, nobody's at the wheel. And here is 92 million pesos worth of shredding and washing and melting and pressing equipment that's sitting here for months because they don't have enough power for it. And they threw a few sacks of my bottles in here, but they just stopped collecting bottles. And now I found out why. CDO didn't stop buying. They dropped the price down to 1 peso per kilo, so it's not even worth anybody's trouble.